Hi, I'm going to do some free readings today because I'm kind of losing my mind and I don't feel good. And I'm thinking, my logic is that if I do this, it'll kind of distract me away from kind of the demons that are like swirling in my mind. So I'm hoping by doing this, it'll occupy me and hey, maybe I'll actually make like a couple bucks. Hi, Menorn. Yeah, I'm doing free readings today. I'll probably be doing this for a good while. I have nothing else to do and might as well. Everybody gets a free question. Yeah, feel free. Go ahead. Hi, Blessed One. Hi. I like your name. Okay. Can you tell me my ex's current feelings and intentions towards me? His name is Maz. My name is Menor. Okay. Okay, I'm going to focus in on his feelings. Because if I know his feelings, then we can pretty much just figure out what his intentions are. Not necessarily, but usually you can usually base that off of. I can probably figure that out. Okay. All right. Feelings of your ex. Oh, your cat's name is Marco? Oh, that's so funny. I'm probably someone's cat. You know what I mean? My name's Marco. I'm probably like some overlord's pet cat right now as we speak. Anyway, so Menor, I'm seeing kind of a lackluster reading. I kind of get the sense that like I'm getting the sense that your ex probably doesn't really have any feelings for you anymore. It's kind of a lackluster reading. It's not dark looking. It's not like he doesn't hate you, but he doesn't really like you anymore either. It's nothing dark or scary or upsetting, but it's also nothing. I see nothing here about that he like still is romantically interested or anything. Is it true that when you were with him, like there wasn't much to begin with? Either you weren't with him for very long, or even if you were with him for a little while, the connection wasn't super strong? Because I get the sense that I just get a very kind of weak energy here. And typically, I would only see that in like a relationship that didn't even last very long to begin with, or there wasn't much at stake, or something like that. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's my reading for you. Just I'm not seeing much of anything. So up next, let me see. Let me see who's up next. Blessed One. Can I ask what's coming in the near future? Okay. Okay, Blessed One. Let's try to tap into the other side, the beyond. Okay, Blessed One, Blessed One. What's coming in the near future for Blessed One? Give me a second. Well, Blessed One, first of all, I see a really wonderful reading. I see a lot of power, a lot of potential. I see a lot of power, and usually in this world, usually power comes from money. But I think it's not even just about money where the power lies within you. It's like other things too. It's like other types of energies that are really going to be at your disposal. Um, I see nothing but good energy here, and it's all very powerful, kind of mystical. Um, there are a couple cards here that when they pair with each other, it's kind of a mystical type energy, but all good. And I do see a lot of money. I see a lot of things changing in big ways. And I think you're going to be at the epicenter of that. Like you're going to be making some big moves and big changes in your life. And it's all going to be orchestrated by your desire and what you want. And I see a lot of power. And this is the reading I'm looking at. All very good energy. Okay, let me see who's up next. God, I have to pee. Sometimes I'll be sitting on the couch and I'll have to pee, and not eat. My bathroom is not even far away from my couch, but I'm just like, ugh. Like, I will literally hold in my pee for like 3 or 4 minutes just because I don't want to get up. Okay, up next is Judy. Yeah, you can ask whatever you want. Everybody gets a free question. Okay. I think up next is Princess Kodsoj. All right. Okay. What are A's true feelings and intentions towards me? Okay. A's true feelings and intentions towards Princess. Well, Princess Code Soj. Princess Code Soj. I think this person likes you. Definitely good energy. I don't think this person likes you in a romantic way. I think this person's feelings and intentions, it's something different. I don't think where this person's head is at is romance when it comes to you, if that was what you were wondering about. But I do think this person really wants your input and your wisdom. And there's something about here about some kind of there's definitely a message in here about your wisdom and your insights. Because I think this person wants some kind of advice from you, and it has something to do with, I think he or she, his or her name started with the letter A. So I think A wants to make some kind of move in terms of like money or business or something. And there's insights that he wants from you. Because to me, this is about money. This is about like something along those lines. But I think he has good intentions. Like I don't think you should be worried about him. I think he's a good person with good intentions. And but to me, this is more like money fueled. This is what I'm looking at. Anyway. So up next is alrighty. Up next is Margaret. So will I be celebrating anything next month? All right. Will I be celebrating anything next month? Let's see what comes up, Margaret. Margaret. Okay, Margaret's question. Okay. So, Margaret, I see pretty intense energy. And I think March for you is going to be a bit of a challenge. That just think of it as an opportunity for you to rise to the occasion and show the world and everyone what you're made of. I do see something good happening in terms of love. Maybe some kind of forward movement in the love department, like romance, or either you're gonna, you know, um, you're going to either start a romantic relationship, or if you're already in one, then there's going to be kind of a big move in terms of the one that already exists in a good way. I do think March is going to be a bit of a challenge, though. All right. Overall. It's not like I didn't see anything that was like devastation. It was not a super scary reading, but it is kind of intense energy, something that you're going to have to overcome. But nothing that's like tragic, you know what I mean? Anyway, up next is, oh wait, no, MMC. MMC wants a general for the next 7 days. All right. MMC. I'm not sure if this is working. Yeah. So MMC, I don't see any major changes happening. I don't really see anything big, but I do see a lot of really good energy. So I kind of, what I'm thinking is, um, the next 7 days, the words that I'm thinking of is like peaceful and taking things slow and just being at peace and enjoying your time. But like I said, no like major changes or upsets or anything. I see nothing but good energy. The words I'm thinking of are peace and calm. It's going to be a pretty chill 7 days for you. Nothing really to worry about. Judith. So what is coming in the professional? All right. So Judith wants to know about the professional world, her professional world. All right. I'm going to answer this question and then I'm going to go pee and then I'll be right back. But let me do this one first. Well, Judith, what I'm seeing is good things happening in your professional life. I'm seeing some major changes. I see that you're going to be doing something that you really enjoy. But I think that, but whatever your professional life is right now, there is going to be a pretty major change happening. I don't know if that means you're going to be promoted, or if you're already working at a place, that probably means a promotion. Um, or if you're not working right now, then I think you're actually going to be working and you're going to be doing something kind of drastic, but something also that you really like. I see really good energy, but there is also this energy of like you're questioning it too much. Um, so whatever it is, it's the kind of thing where like for some reason, even though whatever this change is, it's something that's really good, but for some reason you're like second guessing it or you're questioning it, or you're kind of overthinking it and like wondering why the change, why this, why that. Um, but I do see good change and something that you're going to be very happy about, but also something that's going to sort of make you kind of um, almost like it is very good, but it almost is going to fuck with your head a little bit. But anyway, so I guess you got to take the bad with the good sometimes. Not always. It's not always like that, but sometimes it is. So up next is, I think it's Love. Yeah, Love. Hello, Marco. When do you see me moving out of this apartment where I'm at right now? So Love wants to know when she'll be moving. Or he. I don't know if that's a guy or a girl. Let me see what comes up. And I'm going to answer this and then I'm going to use the bathroom because I am like bursting right now. Okay. Love, love, love. Oh, my birthday showed up. Uh, well, Love, what I'm seeing, and I say this because my birthday showed up in the reading, and I'm taking that to mean sometime in late April. I mean, usually people will move out of their apartments later in the month anyway. That's how that works. But um, I'm assuming it's going to be late April. And there's something tells me that the whole process is going to be kind of a headache. But really, you know, I feel like you're going to be in the position where you have to stand your ground about something, and don't think that you're like being defensive. It's not that, or I mean, well, really, you are kind of defending yourself, but don't get it twisted that that's in some way the wrong thing to do. But I don't know, at least I know I'm like that, where like sometimes I'll be doing something that's really for myself. Like I'm doing something good for myself, and yet I almost feel bad about having to, or like I feel bad that like, or I'm second guessing, or I'm kind of being critical of myself for just doing something good for myself. So don't let that happen to you. But I think you will move out in like late April, but it's something about it's going to be a headache. Okay, I'm going to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. And we're back. Okay. So I just did love, I think, right? Yeah, I just did love. Next is Brian. So Brian, like number 2, is Jeff going to respond to my text about the get together on March 11th between me, him, Jeremy, Paul, and my dad? You're the one about the band, right? The band guy. Okay. So I don't think Jeff is going to respond, Brian. There's something about, and I think it has something, I don't know what you said to him in the text that it was something about a get together. What was it? Is Jeff going to respond to my text about the get together on March 11th? Okay, so I think the answer is no. And you say the text was just about a get together, but I think there's more to the story, because Jeff has some kind of opinion about the get together. And it must be that Jeff already knows. It's either about someone who's going to be there or something about it, and he doesn't share this. Like he's going to probably avoid the text because there's something he's trying to avoid about the whole thing. But it has something to do with his opinion about something. He does not share the same view about either the people that are going to be there or whatever y'all will be doing at the place. Anyway. Hi, Leo. Hi, Madij. Maj J. Okay. By the way, Leo, I'm good. I'm doing good. Bada bing, bada boom. Miss Lard hi, good morning. Hi. Is a rep going to visit me next week? Okay. Miss Lard. Is a rep going to visit me next week? Miss Lard, I want to say the answer is no. And something tells me, and when you say rep, I don't know what that means. I'm assuming you mean representative, but I don't even know. First of all, I don't even know what that means. Second of all, I don't know if you want the person to come or not. But I sense the answer is probably no, but it's not from a lack of anything you've done on your part. I think you've done what you need to do. And now I just think it's a matter of it's not going to happen just because of the forces that be. It's kind of a cosmic looking reading. It's the star, the moon, and the two of wands, and he's holding the globe in his hand. It's just funny how it's all three showed up like that, but something tells me it's not from a lack of trying on your part, but things just don't work that way. Whatever that means. But all right. Okay. I'm having fun. How about you guys? I could use some moisturizer. I need to wash my face and moisturize. Okay. Let me see. Bada bang, bada boom. So I just did Miss Lard. Let me see who's after her. All right, Ashton. What are Aaron's feelings for me? Aaron. Okay. Ashton. Ashton and Aaron. Let me see what comes up. Ashton, something doesn't seem right about this reading. And okay, well, something's not right. I do think this person likes you romantically. And I'm assuming that's what you are asking about. I mean, most people ask about romance, but that's not always the case. I mean, if someone asks for a person's feelings, it could just be like their brother or like their cousin or just a friend. But to me, this seems romantic. Seems very complicated. Like the energy between you and Aaron is very complicated. There's something very kind of complex about this whole thing. I can't help but say to you that I don't get the sense that Aaron is a bad person, but it seems toxic because something about Aaron is that he wants to maybe try to almost force you to bend to his will, or wants you to change in some kind of way, or is trying to force you to be something or do something. It's kind of, the whole thing's rubbing me the wrong way. But I do think that, I guess, he likes you. But anyway, it just looked very suspicious, the reading. Bada bing, bada boom. So Majay. I had an interview on February 9th. I'm wondering how it's going to end up. I need this job to get stable housing. Yikes. Okay. So, Majay, let's see about this place. This place you interviewed at. Well, Majay, it seems to me like it's probably not going to work out for you, but it also seems to me that this place that you had an interview at, it would have been a step backwards. Like, I don't know. I just think maybe you should have some forethought of the future and maybe see where your life is going. And I mean, of course, you want a good future for yourself. Everybody, you'd have to be some kind of crazy being from a different dimension to not want a good future for yourself. But I would just maybe get more of a sense of direction, because I feel like whatever job you're talking about, it's kind of a step back for you. It's like a step backwards, because I think what that must mean is that you're someone who's already very capable to do something even better. And for some reason, you're like settling for whatever this job is, or I don't know what the reason is. Maybe you just think that's the best you can get, or um, I don't know, but I think you are going to get a job very quickly in the very near future. I'm not saying that the job you end up getting is going to be the best job in the world, but I'm not even saying it's better than the place you interviewed at. But I do think you're going to get a job very soon. I don't think it's going to be the place you're asking about. Anyway, alrighty. Leo, what's coming towards me in March? Leo, what's coming towards me in March? Let me see what comes up. It's funny, when I do this, I vape less. Well, Leo, I do see good things happening in March. I see some big energy. I see impactful energy, and all the energy that's impactful is very good. I just want to say to you that, like, in March, and I don't know if this applies to the entire month of March, but I think you should keep this in mind all throughout March, because I'm just some dude looking at cards. So I don't exactly know when in March this is going to happen. But I think there's going to be a time when it's got to be um, people in your circle are going to be kind of pushing you and trying to influence you to maybe either go somewhere or do something. There's going to be people kind of nudging you to make some kind of choice. And I think you should heed their words. Don't take their words as any kind of, because I think you're going to be very resistant to what they say. You're going to be resistant to the suggestions. But I think you should try to overcome that, because sometime in March, people are going to be trying to influence you to make some kind of choice or choices. And I think you should be open to what they say and just have some faith in yourself and in the universe that it's going to lead you somewhere good, because I think it will. Anyway, that's your reading. MM28, can I ask, when will I get a new job? All right. Okay, MM28. Huh. So MM28, when will I get a new job? Well, I think if you keep doing what you're doing, it's going to be a while. I get the sense, I mean, you're asking me when will I get a new job, but by looking at these cards, I get the sense that you're not really, you're also not putting much effort into getting a new job. Like you're asking about when will I get a new job, but I feel like you're not putting in the energy that you really should be if you want that to happen. I mean, of course, even with a minimal amount of energy being put into it, you would get a new job at some point. That's just bound to happen by the grace of an angel. Of course, that would happen. But I think you should probably put more energy into it and and allow people to help you as well. I think that's another thing. Allow people to help you with the search. Um, anyway, um, get some assistance with it. Oh, Michelle, I'm sorry. Let me go. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to skip you, Michelle. Let me go back. Um, Michelle, I don't see it. Michelle, can you post your question again? Because I didn't see it anywhere in the chat. It's not on my end. I mean, it might be in the chat you're looking at, but I didn't see it anywhere. Um, so let's troubleshoot the problem and just post it again. Anyway, so Starry Night wants to know, why did Andres ignore me? Yikes. Okay. I mean, Starry Night, I don't. Well, Starry Night, I think you're right. I think he did ignore you. Um, I think he did ignore you purposefully. I don't think it was from a place that was dark or not dark, but I don't think it was from a place that's like evil or wicked. I think he ignored you on purpose, but I think it was more based in his own insecurities. It wasn't because I don't think he did that. I don't think he's like a super bad person when it boils down. I don't think he's a bad person. I think it was more about his own insecurities when it comes to you. So clearly, whatever is going on between the two of you, it must leave him feeling like kind of bad about himself. Either he knows he did something wrong, or it could be that, or this feeling of like being scared about something. Anyway. Pearl. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. All right, I'm going to skip forward to Yvette. Yvette sent me some money, so I'm going to skip ahead. And then I'll go back to the people that already asked. Michelle, I think Michelle, I still don't see the question. So I think what must be going on is that there's a word that's in the comment that YouTube must be blocking. That's what happens. And it might seem very like it's nothing, but it might be something that they won't let show. Anyway, so Yvette, what is my spirit guide's outlook for the future of my finances? I have some money coming in that will really help me get back on track. Okay. Yvette. Well, it's good. Yvette, the cards I'm seeing, it's good energy. And if you're, I see, I don't know if I'm reading your question the way you want me to, but there is the Ace of Pentacles here, which is new money. Money coming in. Sometimes it can seem unexpected, or it could be a new job. But I do see new money, and that's in a good position. So good news there. I think this money will spark change and change in your life. And I kind of see this offering, this money is going to offer opportunities to pursue passion projects. I see something there, something about some kind of craft of yours that is going to be enhanced by it. I still get the sense. See, I feel like this is not a major change though. Because the new money that I'm seeing, I think it's kind of minimal. It's nothing major. I do think most likely sometime in your future, there will be bigger changes happening. But I'm sure that time will come eventually, but I feel like that's not in the super near future. There's going to be more impactful change coming further down the line, when the time is right. Anyway, alrighty. By the way, Yvette, I don't think you asked a question to begin with, so you can ask another one. Everybody gets a free one, and since you gave me $5, you can ask another one if you want. Anyway, so I'm going to skip ahead to Michelle. Will new job work for me? Okay. And then I'll go back to Pearl. So Michelle, about the new job. So Michelle, the new job, you're going to hate it. I see you having to work really hard at this new job, and like you're not getting help from anyone. I feel like whatever this job is that you're doing, I mean, I don't know what your situation is, so you're gonna have to, if you really need to work and you need the money, then of course just take what you can get for now. But keep your eyes open for something else in the future. Don't get too comfortable there, but I don't think you're going to be able to get comfortable there anyway. Because I feel like in an unfair way, too much is going to be asked of you. You're going to have to sacrifice too much of yourself. And I feel like I don't see you getting the help that you need from other people. So, it's good for now, but keep your eyes open for something else later. I mean, that's not right if you're working somewhere and all of this work is being piled on top of you and no one is pulling their own weight. You shouldn't have to do other people's jobs on top of your own. And if it is someone else's job to assist you, that's what they should be doing. Okay. So back to Pearl. Go to Pearl. Can I ask, what's S Virgo's intentions for me? Like, what does he really want? S the Virgo's intentions, Pearl wants to know. Pearl, I don't know if you're still here. I'm assuming this is like a lover, right? A lover you're asking about, S the Virgo. This is, I feel like by looking at these cards, this person is a romantic interest of yours. And I think this person doesn't really have good intentions. I don't like this person because, you want, I'm sure, and most women are this way. I'm sort of like this, but not really, I guess. But most women like commitment. They like someone being a gentleman and kind of, chivalry. I feel like the person you're asking about, the Virgo, once he sees something better, he's just going to move on. I feel like it's like a hit it and quit it type of thing. Once he sees something better, he'll just move on. And then, but I feel like he's the type of person that will go back to you if he's in the mood. I don't think he's not the type of person that will commit to someone. But he also seems like the kind of person that will string somebody along and probably manipulate you into thinking that there's a chance that he might stick around for commitment or something. It seems very, I think that his energy is kind of dark and manipulative. But I don't know. Not that, I feel like you're kind of unbothered by this anyway, though. There's something here about like this. I feel like when I say this to you, this isn't like devastating to you. I feel like this is something that just kind of rolls off your back anyway. So I guess it's not a big deal either way, but I like you. I like you, Pearl. You're a cool person. Okay, who's up next? Oh, I'm caught up. Oh, no, I'm not. Raymond, when will I receive communication from Fabi? I have to pee again. Why? The amount of times that I pee in a single day is like shocking. It's because I'm always drinking something. I'm always drinking something, whether it's coffee or ice water or some kind of like cocktail. I'm constantly drinking. So I'm peeing like 100 times a day. Anyway, so Raymond. Raymond. Well, Raymond, I kind of don't really see much conflict at all. I mean, I don't see much communication at all coming. And I feel like whatever's going on between you and Fabi, there's a card here that talks about conflict. There's a card that talks about like if you were to combine the words loss and failure, that kind of a vibration. Um, I mean, I kind of get the sense that he's not going to contact you again. But if he does, if I'm wrong and he does, I don't think it would be anything good. It would just be something unpleasant. Um, that's the sense I get. So my answer is I'm kind of not seeing it at all. I have to pee. Now I'm caught up. Alrighty. I'm gonna like some Palo Santo. It smells so good. I ordered a little kit of it's not a kit, but I ordered a little pack of some smudge sticks and Palo Santo sticks. And I paid a little extra money to have them arrive this morning. I do that a lot. I'm always having smoke circulate my space. I think it's good for me. It's funny how smoke, especially if it's good, if it's good smelling, if it smells good, it's funny how it's smoke, but it actually can help me like catch my breath again. Sometimes I'm just not breathing and I get kind of stressed out, but just the smoke can help me just catch my breath and like breathe again. But it's ironic. Yeah, I have Amazon Prime. I use it all the time. I order my groceries on Amazon. Almost everything I own, most of it came from Amazon. Most of my stuff. Love it. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom and make myself another cocktail. Give me like 1 or 2 minutes. And I'm back. I decided to grab my tobacco and my pipe because I want a little bit of that going on. I'm having fun. I haven't done free readings like this in a while. I tried. Okay, I'm gonna be totally straight with you guys. About I don't know when this was. It was like I think like 3 or 4 days ago. I went live and I was going to do free readings for a little while, and I did like one free reading for somebody, and then I was paid by somebody, so I did a couple paid questions, and then I just ended the live stream because I don't know, I was just like, I can't do this right now. I can't. I was just in a certain type of mood and I just didn't want to do it. So I sort of like pretended like I had a technical problem. I pretended to have technical difficulties and I just ended the live stream without even saying goodbye. So I apologize. I was in one of my moods. So, just to let you know. You know how I get. I'm a very moody person. I'm very nice to people. If for no other reason, for fear of physical harm, I am nice to everybody. But I am very moody. It might not. I don't express it to people usually, but I am very moody. Hi, Miss Michelle. Hi. Yeah, maybe. I'm not a water sign. I'm a fire sign, but there is a lot of water in my chart. I was told that by the lady at my local witch store. She looked at my birth chart for free. I didn't even pay her. I mean, she didn't tell me that much about myself, but she just said like a couple quick things. It was just more for fun. She was just being nice to me, but oh, I'm sorry, Yvette. Let me go back. Yvette, don't I don't see the other question. Just post it again. Something's going on with the stars today because a few people now have said something about questions not coming in, or they've said they've posted, but I don't see it. Okay, I'm gonna answer Yvette's question, and then I'm gonna answer Miss Michelle's question. So, Love for 2026. Okay, Yvette. Well, who knows? Maybe, I mean, who knows? I mean, I pull cards, but I still don't, nobody knows the future. I mean, Yvette. I mean, I think like I think in 2026 you're going to be sowing a lot of seeds to bring about romance. Um and I do kind of see like on a few different occasions a little something coming from that. I think you're going to go through a few different people in 2026 because I actually see that you're putting in a lot of effort. I mean, you just said that you think it's going to be more of like a finance year, but I kind of at the same time I do see you putting in a good amount of effort into finding romance. So I think 2026 you're kind of setting the stage to make that happen. And I do see like a few things coming from that, but nothing that's really worth anything. Not like really. Um, but I wouldn't overthink that. I wouldn't let that bother you. I mean, if I really believe that things that we really really want, we kind of draw to ourselves just naturally. Um, you know, something would always intervene. Um, but I don't think 2026 is going to be the year that you meet that special someone. But I do see you kind of. I see like I want to say like two or three different people, but they're not going to be worth much. And it's and because I see you're kind of thinking to yourself in 2026, especially later in the year, like I'm putting in all this effort. Why isn't anything coming of it? Maybe it's just not the time. I mean, who knows the real reason? But I'm assuming, and I really need to believe in my heart that it's probably just not the time for you yet, or maybe it's just a game of chance. Um, I don't know, but I don't think 2026 is going to be the year. All right, I'm going to move ahead to Miss Michelle. I think she had a question. Yeah. Will Jay take me traveling? Okay. So, Miss Michelle, I think the answer is yes. I think Jay will make the offer, but in the offer, you're going to find something wrong with it. Like there's going to be something wrong with the offer. But anyway, or there's going to be something you kind of don't like about it. Okay, so I had a question from, or I'm sorry, I had someone paid me. I'm assuming it was Shi Minger 94. Um, yeah, so for 2 questions, I usually just charge $7, but um, so if you want, you can ask like another one. You can ask 3 questions if you want, or whatever. But so, what was the purpose of the recent connection I dealt with? The purpose. Okay. What was the purpose of the recent connection I dealt with? The connection. Give me 1 minute. Well, I mean, the good I'm seeing in this reading has to do with something about um, your ability to handle situations, overcome things, and your capabilities. You know, I'm assuming. So Shi Minger, I'm assuming I'm not gonna say the name on Cash App in case you don't want me to, but this seems very complicated to me. I see energy of not being able to let something go. And this does seem romantic to me, so I'm assuming that this is some kind of romantic connection, but this seems very kind of like it's complicated for some reason, which I feel like for a romantic connection to get, and I also kind of think that there's something kind of I almost want to use the word shallow because I can't think of anything better. Um, but for some reason, when it comes to this person, this seems complicated because I'm sure this is about a person, but because I think there's nothing more complicated than people. Like an actual whole person is very complicated. But for some reason, when it comes to this person, I think it must have something to do with the history of you and this person that kind of complicated things to begin with. Just even how the two of you were in each other's lives to begin with. I see you having trouble to let go. But I think the purpose of it all was to teach you something about um, your ability to overcome and know your own strength, I guess. Um, the power that you possess has something to do with the purpose of it. Because this is, these cards are kind of negative, nothing super dark or tragic, but I see negative cards here. The only positive card I see is the 10 of Wands upright, and I'm assuming that is the shining light. That's the good that came out of it. And I see what the purpose for things are. I choose to see that the purpose of it is something good. Um, that's, I mean, I'm just saying you have to see things that way, or else life is, um, in my eyes, it's just too painful to kind of reckon with. But um, anyway, I mean, it seems to me that whatever connection you're talking about, it's kind of negative in nature. Nothing super dark, but it's complicated and it is negative. Um, these are the cards I'm looking at. I only pulled 3 cards, and I have a card of each suit, and 2 out of the 3 are in kind of negative positions. But none of these cards are like super dark and scary, I suppose. But I think there's a difference between you know like something can be negative, but it's not necessarily dark and scary. Um, anyway, so and you want to know about the future about it, the future of the connection. Oh, no? Oh, you want to talk about the future, the next one coming. Okay. All right. Okay, let me see. You know, the next guy, I don't think is going to be a keeper. You know, the guy that's coming, I mean, I think it's going to be a good relationship, and which would tell me something about the guy. I think he's a decent guy, but I do get the sense that he doesn't have a lot of money, or he's not probably financially very well off. He's probably comfortable, like most people are. Most people are at least somewhat comfortable, but I feel like in that department he's not doing, because I feel like you kind of, I'm getting the sense from these cards that you want someone who kind of checks all the boxes, and one of those boxes is someone who's financially doing well, or someone maybe more of financial status, which I don't think you're going to get with the next guy. Um, because I do think you're someone who really does have your own standards. There are definitely things you're looking for. So I guess that's kind of what I'm seeing. Probably something more just lustful, and nothing that you would really choose to really commit yourself to, because it's just lacking certain in certain like his requirements. You know what I mean? And these are the cards I got. So, will I be in a committed partnership this year? All right. Okay. Will I be in a committed partnership this year? So Shi Minger, I don't think that this year is going to be like the year for you. I don't think I don't see committed. I don't see a committed relationship coming this year, but I think it's just the way the chips are going to fall in your life. It's a matter of um, because I think when it comes to you, finding romance is more of like a right place, right time kind of thing. You don't strike me as the type of person that does online dating. I think you're more the type of person that likes to meet people out in the world because I feel like you're a very busy person. Like you go a lot of places, you do a lot of things, and you would rather meet someone out in the world than like online. And because I feel like when it comes to online dating, that's something that you're not even really like involved in, I feel. Because with this card, it seems like you're the type of person where you have to be at the right place at the right time to meet somebody. And I just don't see that coming about this year. The way the chips are going to fall, I don't see that happening. Um, I've always been like an online dating person. I have literally never once in my life gone on a date with someone that I met in the world, except my very first boyfriend. But I was 18. You know what I mean? Ever since then, it's all been online stuff for me. But anyway, oh shit. You're welcome. Hang on, I'll be right back. Give me like 1 minute. I'm back. Alrighty. By the way, Shi Minger, you never asked your free question. So if you want, you can ask another free question because everybody gets one for free. I don't think you ever asked your free one. So you can also ask something else too. Any question, you could ask anything. Doesn't have to be about romance, but anything you want. Let me go back and see if um, no, there's nobody else waiting. I've already answered all the questions that were already asked. So Anyway. Hi, Miriam. Hello. Welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Shiminger, I'm sorry. The only thing I was focusing on was the smile, the laughing face. I just completely, um, I was so caught up with like demons in my mind. Sorry. Let me go back to your question. I didn't even see it. What will future partner be like? All right. Let's see what comes up. Okay, I've pulled 3 cards. They're all face down. But now see, when you ask what will your future partner be like, I'm assuming you mean like the like the one you're going to be with for a long time. I'm assuming that's what you mean. And that's kind of what I want to tap into. So instead of just 3 cards, I'm going to pull 2 more. I always pull an odd number, but just so I can kind of get a sense of something. But well, Shiminger, I think that your future long-term partner is going to be someone that is very different than you. This person is very different, and I think you kind of like that. I think you almost it's almost like you want, it's like your dream guy is someone who is just likes completely different things. It's just I feel like this person is so different from you and likes totally different things than you like. Um, you know, it's funny. What I'm seeing in these cards is sort of like not only does he like totally different things, but he sort of thinks in a totally different way. And it's always in between the two of you, it's always going to sort of be this joke among the two of you that you're just such different people, yet somehow it works. Because I think it's sort of going to be always this thing between the two of you where he's always trying to change the way you think. And I don't know. I mean, there's what I'm seeing in these cards is that, because of course, you know, I mean, I don't know you. I've never met you, but obviously you're a normal person. You're very smart and you're like a normal human. So you would never, absolutely nobody would, or actually, I shouldn't say that. Some people might, but usually people don't stay in long-term relationships with someone they hate. Most normal people don't do that. Um, I kind of get the sense that he really wants to, like, he's trying to introduce you to a new way of doing things and a new way of sort of thinking about things. But I see you really having trouble kind of letting that go. Because I get the sense you wouldn't, I don't think you would stay with him unless you knew he was like a good guy. Um, because what I'm seeing is that what I'm seeing is that he must be, first of all, he must be a decent guy because you wouldn't stay with him for a long time if you thought otherwise. He must be a decent guy. So I think, Shiminger, there's some kind of habit that you have. I don't know if it's like a physical habit or if it's just you have a habit of thinking in a certain way. I think it's sort of a combination of both. It's something that you literally do, and it stems from a way that you think about something, and it's something that you are very resistant to change about yourself. But when this guy does come around, and I would stay with him for, because I don't know when you're going to meet this guy, but I would stay with him for like a good while. And then when you know that he's a pretty decent guy who wants the best for you, who has good intentions, maybe listen to his advice. Maybe question yourself, because I don't think he's trying to change this thing about you because he's a bad person. I think genuinely he sees that it's he sees that you are shooting yourself in the foot with this type of behavior or maybe way of thinking. So when the time does come and when you know that he's the one for you, just be open to listen to him. I think he's going to be someone very different than you, and I think you're not going to, nobody agrees on everything, but just be open minded to what he says. All right. You're welcome. So Miriam is up next. Miriam. Is my Pisces ex planning to reconcile? Okay. Miriam, I think the answer is yes. I think he or she, I don't know if your Pisces ex is a guy or a girl. Um, I do see that this person wants to reconcile. I'm assuming it's a guy, right? Um, I feel like it's going to be a text message because I see something being written, which is either a text, a letter, or an email. But nowadays, it's almost always a text message. I do think that he is going to say something that could almost leave you feeling a little bit defensive, like you feel this need to defend either your stance or something. I'm going to pull 3 more cards. Give me 1 second. Miriam, I kind of don't get a good vibe from your ex. I feel like I think loyalty has been called into question on his end. And it's kind of unclear to me about him, but I do get a kind of a bad vibe from him. So even if he does want to reconcile, um, I'd be cautious of that. And also just um, go with your gut and look at the evidence. Look at things that he has literally done and make your judgments based off of just being in your right mind and looking at the evidence of just who he is as a person. But it seems really he seems fishy to me. He ghosted you. Well, I do think he's going to send you a text message at some point. Um, but if he's the problematic one, and there was the magician in reverse, so I see someone who's very manipulative. And in the first 3 card pull that I did, you were left feeling like you needed to defend yourself or defend your stance. So it seems to me, the word gaslighting is coming to me. It's almost like he's going to probably say, like, oh, why? He's going to say that you ghosted him, or something about like trying to make it like the reason that you're no longer together is somehow your fault, but also at the same time trying to weasel his way back into your life. It seems like something like that. He seems like a weirdo. You're welcome. We solve problems here on this channel. With magic. I love this. Hang on, I'll be right back. Give me a second. I'm gonna go make myself another drink. I'm back. I'm having fun. I've been live for like 2 hours. A lot of free readings today. I'm glad. You know, I went live today because I was slipping into madness, and I was like, I need to do something right the fuck now, and I need to like be busy doing something. So I went live. I was slipping. You know, I spend most of my time at home, and I do like a lot of the same stuff every day. A lot of that is like, you know, the TV is like constantly going, and all the videos that I watch, it's all pretty much, it's like probably like 20 different channels that I just go back and forth between on YouTube. Just the whole thing. I don't know. I was just going nuts. I was literally losing my mind, and I thought I need to keep myself busy with something. So I went live because I was losing my mind. And this helped me a lot. Thanks to you all, I was able to get back in touch with sanity. Um, yeah. All right. I think I might go soon, but I don't know. It's not like I have anything else to do. So, and I do feel better. Probably could go do something. Like, You know, I did my nails yesterday. I clipped my nails, I filed them, and then I put some like nail growth stuff on top. The nail files that I bought are shitty. I bought like the worst nail files on Amazon. I mean, they were really cheap, but sometimes really cheap stuff is like wonderful. But these nail files are such bullshit. Like you can only use the nail file like one time before they're completely like it's a good word. Before they're like completely like worn out. Like literally you can give yourself one manicure and then you have to just throw it away. I bought a pack of them. There's like I think like 12 in a pack. I forget how much they were, but I think they were like really really cheap. But they're so terrible. They're really cute. They are adorable looking, but you have to throw it away every time you use it. I bought these other nail files like a few years ago. It was a set of like I think like 4 or 5 nail files, and those were wonderful. I used the same ones so many times, and they were so good, and they just never got like dull. Like like one of the nail files, it was my favorite one. It has like a really pretty design on it, and I used it so many times, and it never lost its grit. Um, I could probably still use it. It's in my bathroom. I could probably use it even more. These nail files that I got recently, literally, like I said, after one use, like after giving yourself one manicure, the grit is just gone. Hi, Brandy. Hello, name's Brandy. How are you? I'm good, Brandy. Yeah. I mean, sometimes cheap stuff is great, but I think it's just, you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes expensive stuff is terrible. Just because something is expensive doesn't mean it's good. And just because something's cheap doesn't mean it's bad. I guess you just have to try the thing before you know. But yeah, these nail files they were very, very cheap. And they just suck. They're terrible. Yeah. You just never know in this world. I guess that's half the fun is not knowing, you know? And sometimes it's like the source of my joy sometimes, and at other times it is like the nail in my coffin. Yeah. Um like I don't typically like I don't really care if something well, I want things to be cheap because I don't have that much money and I can't really afford like expensive stuff. Um I mean, if it's something that's pricey but it lasts a really long time, I could probably go for something like that because if it lasts a super long time, then kind of pays for itself. But like usually if I find something that I really like and it's cheap, I'll just get the same thing forever. Like there's a tinted moisturizer that I buy from Wet n Wild. I buy 2 different shades because if I mix them together, it's just right for me. Um, but it's like I think it's like 1 ounce, like a 1 ounce tube of it is like I think it's like $6. It's really inexpensive compared to a lot of other makeup, and it's wonderful. I love it, and it's also so cheap. It's so cheap, yet it's really really good, and it's probably the only thing I'll ever buy from now on. because it kind of checks two boxes. It's a glorious price and it works awesome. So it's funny when I put it on, and when I put on, because I put the tinted moisturizer on and then I put on the translucent powder. Like if I have to go to work and if I have to be in front of the public for hours and hours, I'll put like, I don't do like heavy makeup. I just put on the tinted moisturizer and the powder. I'm not trying to make it look like I have makeup on. I just want to look like I have like clear skin. So I'll do those two things. And it's funny, when I first put that stuff on, it actually looks kind of, doesn't look terrible, but it looks kind of, maybe, although maybe sometimes I just put too much on. But I will say, the longer I wear it, the more awesome it looks. Because as the oil pushes out of my skin and into, it kind of mixes with the moisturizer and the powder, it looks so skin-like and it gets like nice and dewy. And it, like, literally, the longer I wear it, the more awesome it looks. It's ironic how for the first like half hour after I put it on, it kind of looks a little sketchy, but the longer I wear it, it just ends up looking so good. Usually it's the opposite. When you first put on the foundation, it looks wonderful, but the longer you wear it, the worse it looks. That's usually what happens. I've tried so many different foundations. Like, I've tried foundations that get so, I forget, I used to watch those videos all the time about makeup influencers, and they would like rate different products and stuff. There's a word that they used to use. I want to say it's not cakey. Is it crepey? Like, I would put foundation on, and as I wore it, it ended up looking so like just shitty. There's a word that's used for that, but I don't know for sure in my head like which one's the right one. I want to say it's crepey, but I feel like that's something about skincare. But yeah, cakey. It looks, I feel like with a lot of foundations, the longer you wear them, they end up looking cakey. Like cakey, and like the way it's sitting on the skin looks really like cracked and just shitty. But this shit, the longer I wear it, the better it looks. It just like, I've worn it for like 9 hours before and 12 hours before. And literally it doesn't look any better than when it's time to take it off. Like it looks better and better and better. And it's literally like $6 to buy it. So cheap. And the translucent powder I use, I find that it doesn't matter really what powder I use, but the one I get, I think, is from Maybelline. But as long as it's translucent, I'll just buy any of them. But because I don't think that matters as much as the foundation. Or not in my experience, but maybe I've just lucked out with good powders. That's what I thought. Crepey. Yeah, I knew crepey wasn't the right word. Like cakey is definitely a good word. I feel like there's another word, and I can't help but feel like it starts with a C too. But I swear there's a word that I just cannot think of. And they use it all the time. And I know I'm sure it's not cakey, but cakey is a perfect word. But there's another word. Maybe it doesn't start with a C, and maybe I just have that twisted, but there is another word that they would use all the time to describe what I'm trying to say, and I just cannot think of what that word is. But it's like the perfect word. Yeah, that's all I would ever wear to work. Um, um, so Brandy, ask me whatever you want. Everybody gets a free question, and I do. Listen, most of the questions I get are about relationships and romance, and I get those questions so often that it's typically the last thing I want to answer, just because it's almost 99% of what I get asked. But don't let that also sway you. If that's what you want to ask, then feel free to ask that. But trust me, I welcome non-romance questions. I welcome it. There's a bird outside that's digging through snow. I like to throw bird seeds outside, or I like to throw bird food outside, um, for the birds. I'm literally looking at my balcony, and there is bird seed everywhere, and this bird is like digging through snow, like trying to find food. I'm like, dude, little birdie, turn around. There's bird seed all over the. It's like it's putting itself through hell to find food, and it's all around him. I don't know why it's doing that. I wonder where its head is at. Like, why? What? I don't know. I wonder what it's doing. Hmm. Weird. Anyway. It literally just like, oh, see, now it found it, now it's making its life easy. Never mind. It just went back to the snow. I don't know what that bird is doing. Anyway. My knee right now is my biggest concern. I injured it and don't know if I need surgery yet or not, or whether I should have it or not if I do need it. Do you understand what? Yeah, I get it. So about your knee, you just kind of want to know, like, just what's up with it. Should you get surgery? Should you even be concerned about it? Um, I mean, for all we know, this could be a problem that your body fixes on its own. Let me just see. There's a certain type of card that I'll keep an eye out for when I pull these 3 cards. I mean, I can definitely. Well, I shouldn't speak too soon, but I mean, I think we can get a clear answer about your knee. Um, so, Brandy, obviously, I think you should have it checked out. If you haven't done that yet, I think you should have it checked out by like someone who's smarter than the both of us. I have a feeling that if you do get it checked out, they're going to say there's nothing they can do for you. I feel like your body's going to fix this problem on its own. Um, I have a feeling if you do go to the doctor, they're going to take a picture of it, obviously. And then I think what's going to happen is all that they're going to say to you is that just give it some time and it'll kind of fix itself. There's something about going backwards. What I'm seeing is you straightening your leg, and then if you push against your knee, there's something about it. It's something about the back going backwards. What does that mean? Um, well, first of all, I think it's all going to be resolved. I mean, I wouldn't worry too much because there's a card here. The shining light in this reading is about victory and overcoming problems. So I wouldn't worry about this too much because I think the problem is going to be resolved. Um, right. I mean, I just feel like, I mean, you definitely should. Oh, well, you already went to somebody. You said, LOL, I have went to ER, need an MRI now, though they put me in a leg immobilizer. So, um, right now I'm seeing the back of your knee, because it's something about when you straighten your leg, there's something about the back of the leg. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna just put that aside. But the reason I say you're probably not gonna need surgery is like what I was looking out for is like if you actually needed surgery, then that would mean you sort of need the help of some kind of angel. I see like people can be angels too. I think angels are a lot of different types of beings. They can be sort of astral, they can be in human form, they can, that can happen in a lot of weird, bizarre ways. I think if you actually needed surgery, um, I would have gotten the six. I actually did get a six here, but it's the 1/6 card that isn't really about help, really. It's the cards that I see about help are. Oh wait, that's not. Oh no, that is a 6. So the cards I see about getting help from someone else is like the 6 of Pentacles. That's more help with money. The 6 of Cups. The 6 of Swords. So I did get a 6, but it's like literally the 1/6 card that to me I don't really associate that much with getting help from somebody. But do what you got to do. I have a feeling they're probably not going to do surgery on it. It's going to be the kind of thing where you have to wait it out, but just keep doing what you're doing. Get the MRI, do what you got to do. But I think that's probably, and if anything else, I just want to say, I wouldn't worry about it. It's not, however you hurt yourself, it's not going to be something that lasts forever. Like the issue will be resolved. So. Hi, Laura. Hello. Can I ask what's coming towards me? All right. Laura. Yeah. So God. Sorry, literally the ice in my cup just settled a little bit and it scared the shit out of me. My phone will ring and I will scream in terror because I'm like so in my head and so lost in my thoughts, and all of a sudden my phone will ring and I just jump and scream. I do that a lot. I don't know. I think it's just because it's just so the last thing that I see coming in my spirit, and I'm just always like so shocked by it. Jump out of my skin every time I hear something that I don't expect. Anyway, Laura wants to know what's coming towards me. Hang on, my tablet just made a beeping sound. Someone sent me a message. I just want to see what that is real quick. It's my sister. Damn it. Oh, God. Hang on. Laura, I'm coming. Okay. By the way, thank you, Brandy. Thank you. Hi, Flower Beauty. So let me answer Laura's question. You want to know what's coming towards you. All right. I'm going to answer this question, and then I'm going to go make myself another cocktail. And then I think that'll be the last cocktail I drink for a little while, probably. And when that cocktail is done, I think I might just get offline. That'll be the that'll be my timer for when I end this cocktail. I mean, that'll be the timer for when I end this live stream, is when my cocktail is done. So Laura, I see really good energy. I see nothing but good energy. I see really good energy in your future. I feel like I'm seeing a baby on the way. Like you're gonna have a baby soon. And I feel like that's really the last thing you're expecting. Something like that. That's kind of a big statement for me to say, but that's, I don't know. I just kind of feel like that's what's going to be in your somewhat near future. Anyway, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to give birth to the baby, or it might just mean that you are going to be at some point in the near future responsible for a baby. I kind of get the sense it's you. You're going to literally, like, there's a pregnancy coming, and I think it's all really good energy. But I feel like you're so not expecting that to happen. I just say that. Look at the cards I'm looking at. Now, I just want to say, ever, like, never, ever do I actually say that the Empress means pregnancy. But I can't help but feel like in this case it does. And I'm just going to roll with that. For some reason, when you read tarot books, it does talk about how the Empress can talk about a pregnancy, someone getting pregnant. But that's such, like, kind of a far-fetched thing in a lot of situations. But for some reason, right now in this moment, I'm feeling the need to say that to you. Anyway. And it's all going to be very good. It's a good pregnancy. Good news. All right, I'm going to go make a drink. I will be right back. Well, I was thinking, in my mind, I'm thinking an actual pregnancy, because it was all good. They were all good cards, and with the Knight, I always read the Knight of Wands as meaning something very unexpected. And if it was just a fertile period, then I mean every woman, as far as I know, every woman is fertile. It's like a monthly thing that's not so much unexpected. I mean, women expect to be fertile at least once a month, unless they have some kind of other problems that, like, prevent that. But um, for it to be something unexpected seems like it would actually be like a pregnancy. I read the Knight of Wands like upright. It's something. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on, like. I guess it depends on what cards are around it, but um, good unexpected things and bad unexpected things. By the way, Flower Beauty, if you want, you can post a question. I'm not going anywhere until this drink is done. God. I have nothing else to do, by the way. When I end this live stream, I'm probably gonna, like, just start watching TV again. Drive myself crazy once again. It's funny, like, sometimes I love TV and sometimes I hate it. Like, I guess it's just because I just never know. I never know. And it just makes me crazy. But I suppose that would be true in any world. Um, So, Miss Lard, I only do one free question per person. I did your reading earlier in the live stream. I think it was around probably like, I would say like a half hour to like 40 minutes into the live stream. Um, like if you had to go because you had a phone call or something, or you had to go to work or something. Um, but I see, I don't even know for sure, but I think it was around that time that I did it. If that, I mean, I really shouldn't say anything, I guess, because I'm not sure. But if you missed it, then if you want to go back and rewatch the video. Although I think you can set it to where it does, as you're watching the video, you can see like the comments in real time. If you watch back, I think there's a way to do that. Hi, Sarah. Hello. Will I get a condo? Let me see. This year. Sarah, there's something like not quite right about these cards, and I mean, when I look at these cards, I think you will get a condo this year, but I also feel like it's kind of good and bad. Like the condo that you end up getting, it's sort of going to be like there are good things about it, but there are also bad things about it. And I don't know why, but I feel like there are going to be things that you like and there are going to be things that you definitely don't like. And I think you're just the type of person that, even though there are good things, I just think that just who you are, it's going to make you feel like you kind of failed at choosing a condo. Um, I mean, my advice to you is just don't rush it. Don't feel like it has to be this year or it has to be in a certain time. Um, you know, don't rush it. All right. Hi, Amber. Hello. Hello there, mate. Australia. One place I will never go. I heard they have spiders in Australia the size of dinner plates. So it is a country that I will never be going to. Ever. Ever. Unless someone's paying me a lot of money, then I will risk the spiders. My love of money is greater than my fear of spiders. The level at which I would panic if I ever saw a spider like that in front of me is like a teeny tiny spider scares the shit out of me. Imagine one that's like, what are they called again? It's like a, I forget. I want to say like wolf something or no. I'm thinking of a different one. I don't know, but I you've never seen one though? Good. Yeah, but even besides those gigantic ungodly spiders, there's still there's still like snakes and all kinds of venomous like hellish things. My spell candle just went out. Yeah, it's gone now, but I put a little money oil, a little psychic ability oil, and a little bit of having fun oil. The having fun oil is so I enjoy my time doing this. The other oils are just to, I don't know if that, I'm not even sure if that does anything, but makes me happy. And it's very thought provoking. I mean, to me, especially lately, this is the way I've been thinking, but like, I think candle magic is cool because, it's a way of like constantly asking magic to do something for you without actually like having to do anything. It's like you just, the only thing you have to do is maybe light the candle. I mean, in your heart what you want from the candle. And so it's a way of like constantly asking magic to do something without actually having to do anything. That's the way I see it. It's like a representation of what you really want. I mean, I believe in magic. I don't think anything could have happened if it wasn't for some kind of great power. And I think that great power will listen to me just as much as anyone else. You know, that's the way I see it. Yeah, I've been all right. I've been good. Well, that's a lie. I've been up and down, but I have good moments and bad moments. Um, I don't have bad days or good days, but I do have like good moments and bad moments. Um, but well, actually, no. I have good hours and I have bad hours. That's what happens. It's like every single day. It's like clockwork. The first 2 or 3 hours of my day are really good, and I'm in a good mood and I'm vibing, and then I kind of lose steam, and then I'm kind of miserable for a while, and then I'm back to feeling good. Um, the best parts of my day are like the beginning and the end, and a lot of the time it's like the middle of my day that ends up like I'm a lunatic. That's usually the way it is for me, or at least lately. Who knows? Maybe that'll change someday. Maybe I'll just be feeling a lot better in the future, but I will know when I get there. Yeah, I paint. Um, I've been painting. There's a few things I have in mind that I want to paint in the future. Um, the last painting I made like, um, the last one I made was like a week ago, something like that. But I'm not crazy about it. I think it's cute, but there's like one thing I like about the painting, and the rest of it I'm really not crazy about. It's kind of a fail on my part, but it was fun to make, I guess. And I guess if you're looking at it with like a curious eye, it is a pretty painting, I suppose. Like it is a treat to look at, but I'm not. There's like a few things I just can't get over that I don't like about it. You know what I mean? But right. I love to paint. Um, Although I will say, my favorite part is when it's done and I get to sign it. Signing it is always like the last thing I do. I use a black Sharpie to sign them. It's the last thing I do. And, but I like to paint, especially because at this point, because it kind of gives me something to post on Instagram. It's kind of something I can play with. And I get to hang it up on my wall. Um, it's funny. If I make a painting that I don't really like, it ends up going in my bedroom because I'm never really in my bedroom except to go to sleep or to like change my clothes. So I'm never really in there. So that's where I put all my paintings that I don't really care about very much. I mean, in there right now, I think there's like one or two that I really do love, but the rest of them, I literally, at some point, I'll probably just throw them away, even though it's not that they're terrible. It's just I really don't care about them. And like, I know I spend time to make them, but like, whatever. I'm just going to get rid of them at some point or find someone who maybe if there's someone that I don't care about that much, but it's like their birthday or something, and I'm going to the party, give them one of those paintings, like a $5 gift card to like Dunkin' Donuts or something. I always do that. I mean, I would never gift someone a painting that I thought was just complete garbage. But there are so many paintings in my bedroom that I'm like, I look at them, and the reason they're in there and not just immediately in the garbage is because I look at them and I'm like, like it is art, like it's art, and it's not that I think they're absolutely terrible, but I'm like, I just don't care about it. So then I put it in the bedroom. All of the paintings that I love are in here. They're in my living room and in my kitchen because I'm always in those rooms and I get to look at them more often. But like if I don't care about it, if I even it might not be terrible, but I just don't care about it, so I just put it in the bedroom. Like it's not so shitty that I just want to immediately put it in the garbage, but I don't care about it enough to put it in this room. These two paintings I strategically put in that spot because this is where I do all my live streams. And these two paintings to me are very like witchy and like magical and mystical. So I put them here. Yeah. I would gift them to someone who like, you know, it's like that's like the kind of gift where it's like it's I do like this person, but they never really give me gifts, but I'm kind of going to be there. So so like, like they never really give me anything, but like I'm going to their party and I do kind of like the person. I do. It's not that I don't like them, but like I'm also poor and I don't want to give you I don't want to give you one of the ones that I like really super love. But also I want to give you something that isn't total garbage either. So here you go. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Yeah, I like that one too. Looks better in person. um, Paintings always look better in person. I made a painting recently of a bolt of lightning hitting a tree. Um, and it was a recreation of something I had already made, but the original I had given to someone else. But I loved the painting so much that I wanted to kind of recreate it. Now, I never make the exact same thing twice, but it's a very similar type of painting, but there definitely are things that are very different about them. I made that recently. I love how it came out. So, yeah, in the camera it does look like that, but um, the crystals are purple. Um, or at least in the camera they do look, I guess, blue, but color's a weird thing though. Someone might see like, well, that kind of, it's like, I think maybe people see different colors differently, but like they all have the same name. So when someone says the sky is blue, it's like you know, when I look at the sky, I see that it's blue. Someone else might look at it and they're kind of getting something different in their eyes, but they know to call it blue because that's what everyone has told them is blue. So that to them, they might be seeing what I see as red, but to them, what I see as red, they call blue. You know what I mean? That I mean, something like that could be true. I mean, that's like impossible to know because it's an impossible thing to explain. So it's like just magic, totally just magic. I mean, how do you describe a color? Oh, it's blue. How do you know it's blue? Because it's just sort of giving like you like there's absolutely no way to explain that. All right, bye, Amber. I'm actually gonna go too. I'm gonna go um, start watching some TV. All right, bye, Amber. Bye, everybody. And if you're watching this in the future, thank you so much for sticking around. I had a lot of fun, and all right, bye.